Who's there? Two hungry pilgrims. We're looking for the bed for tonight. All is full. Sorry.
We finally got a room.
Alright, guys.
It's even tight.
So, that's sometimes the situation of the Camino, but doesn't mean that you're gonna sleep on the street, doesn't mean that you're not gonna find a place to stay. Pros and cons of booking and going with the flow. That's what we're gonna talk about today. So, book or not to book?
This is the question.
As well, we're gonna know what other types of accommodations and what other experienced pilgrims do. After today's episode, you'll be self-assured that you own the Camino and you can simply go and sleep anywhere. Right?
Yeah. No here.
Okay.
This Camino, 500 miles of never-ending paths, with people from all over the world, breathtaking sights and landmarks, and also 40 plus days of must early morning coffee and 40 plus days of trusting that there will be a bed for you.
And that's what the true Camino spirit is. Allow yourself to let go and trust. But that might not be your way. So before we mention the pros and the cons of booking in advance, let us ask you two questions. What kind of pilgrim are you?
Comfort is what you like. No queues in supermarkets, fighting for your food. That's so old-fashioned. And if you have to get dirty, you prefer to have a mud bath. You were born on a prairie, wind is your brother and wolves are your best pals. You feel comfortable with burning sausage for breakfast and following only a polar star. You could do anything as long as it's in your schedule, otherwise, never. Life divides into two lists, to-do list and the bucket lists. And time is so precious for you, so let's be productive and don't waste our time in the silly intros.
What kind of experience do you want to have?
Life is already a big surprise, so why to complicate it unnecessary? Good food, comfortable bed, and a good Wi-Fi connection. Oh yes, take me on the ride. I'm owning my life and I live it like it will be the last day of my existence. When I think about walking the Camino, it's like Indiana Jones discovering new paths and new ways. I can do it and I will do it. The life is only one and it deserves to be lived.
Answering these two questions will be crucial to decide whether booking in advance is for you. And if you have a hard time to decide what kind of pilgrim you are and what kind of experience you want to have, stay till the end.
And this is the battle between
Going with the flow?
and booking in advance. Let's see who will win. Peace of mind. I always know where I'm gonna sleep, and sometimes I might have a private bathroom.
I don't really mind. And maybe some days I will have to walk few extra kilometers.
Guaranteed bad. That means that even in the busy locations like Burgos Leon, I always gonna have a nice and comfortable room.
I'm not sure what room I will have, what bed I will have, but I'm sure I will have something. I'm sure I will have something, I said.
Private room. Even if there's plenty people on the Camino, I will always have my little space. No snoring around, little private cozy thing.
I love the snoring symphonies at night. I love the snoring symphony.
I won. I won. Planning ahead. If I book everything, I know where I'm gonna go, what I'm gonna do. Everything is organized and relaxed.
I like to live my life instead of planning. for something that I don't know.
Avoiding the crowds. May, September, August. I'm not afraid of crowds in those months and any other because I always know where I'm gonna sleep.
I don't. Less flexibility. You are tied up to a tight schedule. You cannot adapt to new people you met along the way, places that you like and you want to spend more time. You don't have flexibility. Just as easy as that. Additional costs. Some places require you a booking fee, which are gonna add up to your total expenses.
Okay.
Missed last minute options. You may miss some opportunity that you meet along the way because you have to follow your tight schedule. Less authentic experience. You will not experience the community, the spontaneity, the going with the flow the Camino provides because you plan everything ahead so you can have control over everything. Additional stress. You may think that by booking you removed all the stress. But if you get sick and you have to cancel all the other bookings and you lose money, I win.
No, nothing to do. Make up your own mind about that. Anyways, should we actually see which are the types of accommodation that you can count on and can you book them or not? Let's go.
The most traditional are the donation-based albergues called donativo. They normally belong to the parish, free to use, but don't count on the great comforts. Normally everyone is sleeping in the same shared space. The best atmosphere community spirit develops in donativo, and although there is a limited beds available, there will never leave anyone without solution. No reservation accepted, open to everyone. Municipal albergues. These humble albergues belong to the state and they are pretty basic. Many of them are freshly renovated and kept in a good condition. The price is symbolic and the reservation is not permitted. Private albergues. More privacy and comforts, maybe nice sheets, blankets, but you never know. Sometimes they be as Spartan as municipal albergues, but what else you need after the day of walking? Bed, right? Bookings possible in many of them, normally through email, phone or booking.com. Hotels, guest house and similar are all the comfort options. You know what to expect depending on how much money you spend. Private bathroom, air conditioner, all you can eat breakfast, and other comfort that sometimes are more than necessary. Reservations available on booking.com, calls and emails.
So what do Caminotellers do and what do other experienced people do?
We book the first 2 days before starting to go and settle down before starting our Camino.
It's good to know that you're gonna have a bed at least in the beginning.
And then we go with the flow.
That allows you also to see how many people is on the Camino. That allows you to see if it's necessary to book, because you might be completely alone. And if there is lots of people and we approaching the big cities,
We book 1 day, 2 days in advance.
but this is only our way.
And by now you should know what kind of pilgrim you are and what kind of experience you want to have.
And if by this time you're still not sure about how to book accommodation and if to book it at all, And if you're not sure about what are the best places to stay on Camino de Santiago,
Also the logistics of all the Camino de Santiago, how to get there, how to get to the starting point from where I come from.
that would be the good idea to pay close attention to our journey within retreat that we're organizing in Saint-Jean-Pierre-de-Port in May and
September.
One of the parts of the retreats itself is the pre-Camino support calls. And during those calls, we will go through all that subjects and see, according to your possibilities, which stages and which stays are the best options for you.
Yeah, the real fun starts when we meet all together on our The Journey Within retreat. It's a moment to forget about your problem at work, your overload of work that you have back home. It's a chance for you to learn about trust, to let go, to meet the community and set off for your journey on the right foot.
Check your dates in our website, which you can find on the description at Caminotellers.com. So by now you should know it all, and if not, contact us and be happy. You know what they say on the Camino when they go away?
Buen camino.
Buen camino.
Buen camino. Ciao.